Hey everybody, welcome back to my Project 13. I am back. I just had to end a live stream due to the fact that the hotspot wasn't working for me where I am at here in the area that I'm at. It's I was sharing uh, two two devices here so I could have the OnePlus 7 Pro in hand and talk about the software update and whatever else we wanted to talk about. And so hotspot, I was utilizing hotspot from the OnePlus 7 Pro to the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus, but the picture quality, the video quality was really pixelated. And thanks to all of you that were watching the live stream for your feedback, letting me know, because I didn't want to continue on with the live stream and have a really crappy, bad experience with the video quality, even if the audio quality was perfect. So yeah, thanks a lot. I appreciate the feedback. So here we are. We are back, and hopefully some of you will jump back in, and we can talk a little bit about the software update, and also what I want to try to do as far as utilizing the cameras from the rear of the OnePlus 7 Pro. I want to be able to recreate some of the pictures that I took with my OnePlus 7 Pro before the update. I want to do that here in the next 2-3 days. Hopefully the weather cooperates, because a lot of the pictures that I took with the OnePlus 7 Pro before the update, the early morning in the dark, low light situation pictures, it was cloudy out. So I got to make sure if I'm going to go recreate those pictures again, now that I have the update, it's got to be cloudy out. I want the pictures to be almost exactly the same, and then I'm going to do a slideshow comparison and see what you all say when watching the video, if the picture quality has changed from before the update to after the update. During the day, I have to make sure that the pictures that I'm taking during the day, especially outside pictures, outside wherever I was taking those pictures, some were at home and some were around my work area. They have to be somewhat similar to the situation that I was in before the update and then now after the update. So I'm going to try to recreate the moments, but the weather has to be somewhat the same for you to be able to judge one picture to the other picture, if that makes sense. So yeah, we'll see how all that pans out. I'm going to go over to YouTube here. We'll see. I'm not even connected. So let me know right now how everything looks, how everything sounds. I'm just going to do the live stream here with the OnePlus 7 Pro. I don't have another SIM for my S10 Plus, so that's just the way I'm going to have to watch it. What's up, Ronaldo? Thanks for coming on in. What's with the update, my Project 13? So the update basically is, let's see here. For the phone, as far as using it as a phone, the OnePlus 7 Pro, and this is for my unlocked variant. I don't know what's going on with the T-Mobile variant as far as the software update. You may have, those of you who own a carrier OnePlus 7 Pro, I don't know if you've received the updates. You might have, but as far as the unlocked, that should be out there. If you purchased it through OnePlus, you should have already gotten this. The first area that it fixed was issues with Verizon. You couldn't answer phone calls from Verizon iPhone users. So if someone you know has an iPhone and was calling you, those phone calls weren't going through to your OnePlus through your OnePlus 7 Pro. So that issue should be fixed. System, they optimized double tap to wake and ambient display, optimized audio delay with the Bluetooth headset when playing games. So any of you that were experiencing any kind of negativity with the audio delay, audio lag, when utilizing a Bluetooth headset and playing games, hopefully that issue has been fixed. And general bug fixes and improvements. The main important one, I think, for a lot of those of you out there were the cameras. Now, I have not had any issues on my part with my cameras on my OP7 Pro, my unlocked 8 gig of RAM, 256 gigs of internal storage variant. I've been having a great experience, but I'll take the software update, man. I'll take it. If it makes it even better for me, great. But for those of you not having that great of an experience utilizing the cameras from the front, we're not talking about we're not talking about the front, but from the rear of the OP7 Pro. The front seems to be really good with everybody out there. And I've done a vlog utilizing the front facing camera. The video quality is amazing. The audio quality is amazing. Pictures from the front are sweet. But it is that way for the rear for me. But some of you aren't getting that experience. And so hopefully this update helps that experience for all of you. And that's what's really important. Boy, I got nobody back in from the last live stream that I just canceled out due to really bad video quality. Wow, I thought for sure they'd jump back in. Where are you? Come on back. So the camera was got improved image quality in HDR scenarios, improved image quality in low light, fixed white balance issue in several scenarios, fixed focus issues in several scenarios. So that's a good thing. And then OnePlus puts out a little statement here. It says, thanks to the overwhelming amount of positive and constructive feedback we received from users of the OnePlus 7 Pro's triple camera, both from within the media and our own community, OnePlus. So basically, they want to thank everybody who submitted their experiences, their complaints, that they weren't having a great experience with the triple camera setup on the back of the OP7 Pro, and it needed some help. And OnePlus has answered that with a software update. But now you have to use your device and go out and utilize those cameras, use those cameras, and see if there is a difference. Okay, you're going to have to do some testing. Okay, and then send that feedback back to OnePlus. And if something's still not right, get the feedback back there. Let them know. Let them have the chance to work on other issues that may be going on. And typically when you get software updates, that's usually a good thing. But every once in a while, something negative can come out of a software update. For example, battery life can be amazing on your smartphone before the update, and then after the update, it can be terrible. And that's just an example. So hopefully everything that comes out of the software update is very positive for all of you, especially in the camera areas. To finish off what they were saying here, OnePlus is committed to building products for our users. We value your voice. So use your voice. Okay, it's one thing to come on to a video, whether it's a live stream or just a video, and complain about these any issue on any smartphone. But you got to take that and submit it to the company that you have a complaint with. Let them have the ability, the chance to rectify whatever it is that's going on with your experience on whatever smartphone it may be. In this case, we're talking about OnePlus. So we don't want to just be complainers. We want to voice, and we want to commit to having some action done about it. Okay, so I know that in my journal life, whether as a husband or a father, as a worker, co-worker, there are situations that arise that you have to you can complain about and have some struggles within your own mind on negative thoughts about whatever situation may be. But then you have to be able to do what you can to rectify it, and that takes action. So we don't want to just shoot our mouths off and not do what we need to do and be responsible with, in this situation, getting feedback back to OnePlus. They're doing their best. Obviously, they're sending out, this is like the second software update. So they're obviously committed to making the experience better for all of us on the OnePlus 7 Pro as far as unlocked, and it should be the same as with the other variants that are carrier-related variants. So we can talk the talk, but we got to walk the walk, right? So talk and walk, voice and action. Make sense? Hopefully I'm relaying that to all of you in a way that's understandable. I'm sure I am. But yeah, so I've had a great experience so far on my OP7 Pro. No complaints in so many ways. I just uploaded a video. It was my 9 days later on my OP7 Pro, and it was through my experiences, nobody else's. I wanted you to watch that video as a hands-on update vlog I wanted to be comfortable in how I went about doing it. I did edit it down a little bit because it was really long, so I took out a few little parts. But it wasn't to sit and be technical about my experience on the OP7 Pro. It was to sit and talk to you, all of you out there, as a tech lover, a user of smartphones, a reviewer of smartphones, and do it in a friendly manner, having a conversation, just hanging out, just chit-chatting, vlogging it out there, and then doing the hands-on at the same time. So there was a lot of areas involved in that video, but I wanted it to be a comfortable watch. I wanted you to be able to forget about all the other reviews that you've read, that you've watched, and just sit down with a cup of coffee, some water, a soda, maybe a meal, and just watch it and enjoy what my experience has been like and nobody else's, because I know that for some out there, it's not all that. This device isn't all that for them. The experience isn't all that. For some, it's an amazing experience. I'm having an amazing experience, and that's all I wanted to share on my part of it. Okay, it had nothing to do with anybody else out there. And to those of you out there who aren't having that great of experience, I hope it gets better. But if not, hey, then this device isn't for you. If you're within your return policy, send it back, get your money back, and get something else that you are going to be happy with. Because I'm stoked on the OP7 Pro doesn't mean you need to be stoked on it. And that's okay. So, and that's what makes this so fun. Because it's good to be different. Our experiences are going to be different in this type of tech. The way we use this type of tech is different. And that's okay. My wife and I are a husband and wife. We're a mom and dad. We do our best to work together as a team to communicate. We're learning to communicate even better these days. And we try our best to be that team. And those are common areas that we have in common, but we're not a lot alike at all. We're really different, and learning to compromise and find a middle ground to work together in other areas that we're not a lot alike, that can be challenging, but we are working on that. And that's what we do every day of our lives as husband and wife, as a mom and dad. And that's, so as far as using the OnePlus 7 Pro, the one thing we have in common is that you may own one. I own one. Well, it's not this one, it's right there. But pretend this is the OP7 Pro. I own one, you own one. That's the common ground, okay? We're using the same device. Maybe yours is a carrier variant, but and this is the unlocked. But the experiences are going to be quite different. So when we talk about it and we share the information through situations like this in a live stream, we have to be very respectful of the disagree to agree, agree to disagree, the right and wrong areas that come into having conversations about this. So all I'm hoping for is that through the software update, anybody that's not had a great experience can have a better experience. And if not, then change it up, man. Return that smartphone, get another one, and hopefully your experience will be better. My wife uses a Samsung Galaxy Note 8, and she loves it. She doesn't want to trade up. She's in love with that device. I've tried to talk her into other devices, and she doesn't want it. She doesn't want it. She loves her device. That's her smartphone. That's her little love when it comes to tech. My oldest son uses that too. My youngest son uses a ZTX on 7. That was a hand-me-down from my oldest son. And my daughter uses a Moto E5, Moto E4, one of those. Anyway, and she loves it. And my other boy, the Sony Xperia XZ Premium that I used to have. So everybody uses a different smartphone. No iPhones in my family. We do not own anything Apple. We are not in that ecosystem. We're all Android. So yeah, it is what it is. So let me go to the feedback here. Eco Baby TV, did you test it on Verizon's network? No, and I'm not going to be able to do that either. So I don't know any YouTubers out there that are. that you can find out that we'll be testing theirs on Verizon's network. That way you can find out if there's any issues that have been taken care of with the Verizon variant. Hey, 392 Silver Bullet, what is going on? I think it's catching heat for all the wrong reasons. It's a very good phone. And thank you, man. I appreciate that feedback. And it is a very good phone, but it's not going to be a phone for everyone. Okay? It's just not. And that's just the way it goes. That's the way it rolls, man. Can't control that. You know, I'm hearing a lot of goodness about the G8. It's not a device that I picked up. It's not a device that I'm going to pick up at this point in time. Maybe later on when it drops in price, I may go and pick it up. But there were areas that I talked about earlier on when that device first came out on why I didn't want to. But those were just my areas. Those were my thoughts. I can't judge that device at all because I don't have it in hand to use it. So I have to be very careful in what I say about the G8. But there's a lot of you out there who are digging your experience on the G8. That it's phenomenal, that it's better than this smartphone, that it's better than that smartphone. And man, you know what? Actually, that lights me up to see that you're happy with your experience on the device that you have. If you're a YouTuber, you're reviewing it and you're loving it, you're digging it, money well spent, man, for you. For me, just hesitant, just because of a few different areas on the smartphone. In my head, I was comparing it to the G7, which I used to have, and there were some areas that just were too similar, and there was going to be some areas there that they were going to, with the gestures that you would be able to utilize, whether that was gimmicky or not, and then just in my own mind, I thought, you know what? No, I'm not going to go that route. I'm going to wait. But does that make me wrong because I thought that way? And again, I had to be very careful in how I communicated that information. No, it just was my thoughts. I was sharing them. And this is what we do. We come to share those thoughts. But again, being very careful about it, because whatever it is we're talking about and we don't have it in hand, you don't want to communicate it as though you've already, even though I had played with the G8, I never owned it long enough to know if I would have fallen in love with the gestures. If the experience through, because I love media, watching movies, videos, listening to music, as far as the display, the speaker setup on the G8, would I have fallen in love with all that? Like any other smartphone that I don't have. If I had gone the route of picking up those smartphones, would I have fallen in love with what I would have said to myself, man, why didn't I pick this up earlier? These were my thoughts. I went on them, and now I want to recant them because I decided to pick it up late in the game, and now I'm in love with it. Because that's happened before, right? That's happened to all of us. And some of us just wait. We wait for price points to go down. We wait for a lot of these reviews to come out to give us all the answers we need in doing our homework to finally say it's time to pick up that smartphone. Does that make sense? Hopefully, I'm talking about a lot surrounding, that all this conversation surrounds what we have here with the OnePlus 7 Pro, because it's not for everyone. And for those of you that have picked it up and decided it's not for you and it's going back and you get something else, hey, that's okay. Great. It's your money. You do what you want with your money. For me, I'm digging it. I'm loving it. Please go watch the update video on it and enjoy it for what it is. And I'm just hoping that with the software update, the areas that needed to be fixed for those of you that have had issues, that they get fixed, and that you are happy now with the experience that you're going to get from a smartphone. That we always say initially out of the box, those things should have already been there, especially on a $700 phone, right? But it doesn't always happen that way. These devices aren't perfect. They're not perfect. We do our best to do our homework, check the boxes, and then bring in the device. But even then, sometimes it just doesn't pan out for us. So, let's see. I'm sure it will. 392 Silver Bullet says the G8 will make you put down the V20. And you're probably right. It would probably be a great vlogging device and a device to shoot video with. My V20 is starting to experience some display issues. I'm starting to get this feeling within myself that the V20, did I say V8? G8, V8. Oh my gosh, I'm losing it. I need some water. It's getting hot in here. Ooh. My V20 is experiencing display issues, screen issues, and I feel that it only has a little bit of time left. So I'm going to need a device to take its place. I have been using the S10 to shoot a lot of my videos lately. The video quality may not be as sharp in some of those videos because some of those videos I'm editing on Video Show Pro. And when I edit videos on Video Show Pro, an app from the Play Store, editing app, it takes away from some of the quality. When I do it through Vid Pro, the video quality is sharp, it's vivid, it's just amazing. So it could say 1080p, 60 frames per second, and you're looking at it going, well, it doesn't look like it's 1080p 60 frames per second. And that's probably because I uploaded it, I processed that video, edited that video through Video Show Pro and not Vid Pro. Both apps from the Play Store, editing apps. That is why. Okay, so the latest video, the software update video that I just put out this morning, I did it through Video Show Pro because I can do more with that app when it comes to putting in information in that video. Whether it's I want to put in a screenshot, anything I want to add into a video. I do it with Video Show Pro, but it takes away from the quality. Vid Pro doesn't give you that ability to just add and do any of the fade in and fade outs and so forth like that, any of the transitions. So that's part of why that video quality may change from video to video. If you're wondering, I don't know if you ever looked at that and said, why does that video not visually look as well as it should for a 1080p 60 frames per second video? So that could be it. Whether transitions, filters, and screenshots, all that, I can add in, edit in messages in Video Show Pro, but on Vid Pro, it's a little different. So, wow, that's a lot of information. That's a lot of information. Anyway, so my V20 probably has a little time left. So 392, you're probably correct about the V8, the G8. And I'm going to wait a little while. And if it drops in price, I might pick it up to use it as my go-to device when shooting videos. But the S10 Plus does really great. The OnePlus 7 Pro, I'm going to start shooting some videos with this smartphone. So I want to have more than one that I depend on, because it takes a lot out of a smartphone to constantly be being used to do just one thing, and in creating content. It takes a lot out of it, and the V20 is going to have its time eventually. So we'll see what smartphone ends up being my daily driver for creating content, because the LG V20 has been a beast in creating content. Wow. Yeah. So let me go back here. If I'm confusing all of you with all this information, please let me know in the live stream here, because I can get going, man, and I'm gone. 392 Silver Bullet, yeah, I like it, but I don't love it. The G8 is a much better phone for me, and I respect that. Respect it. Daniel Peralta, what is going on? Hey, man, long time. Way better video quality. My OnePlus 7 Pro is from T-Mobile, and the last update is 956. GM31.CB was a few days ago, but I think it was just the April patch. Still love the phone. So you should be getting the other software update eventually. Again, that's one of the benefits having unlocked over a carrier device, especially with OnePlus, is that you're going to get you should theoretically get the software updates a lot quicker with the unlock than with a carrier OnePlus smartphone. So it should be coming to you at some point in time. Critical says, hey, what's up, Critical? Give me some thumbs up. All right. Yeah, give me some thumbs up. I'll take them. 392 Silver Bullet. But the G8 is already less than the OnePlus 7 Pro, though. Also, the gestures are something you don't have to use. Turn them on and off, and it's still better than most phones today. Alrighty. You know what? I could be there soon. Who knows? I still going back and forth on the Google Pixel 3a XL. So, uh, you know, I'm not as rich as 392 when it comes to buying smartphones. Man, if I had all that money, just playing. He just knows how to financially utilize his money better than I do, is what it is. Ishmael Harding says we'll be getting the V50. 392 says for sure get the Pixel 3 XA. You will love it. Yeah, I'm going back and forth, and in replacing my V20, the G8 might make a lot of sense too as well. So I would want something that was, I could always find another V20, but I think I'd want something that's a little more updated as far as software too. So I think that's going to, once the V20 dies, rip V20, and then I'll just move on to something that's more recent. So I don't have any issues whatsoever. But yeah, so that's it. My OnePlus 3T, or 3T, did I just say 3T? My OnePlus 6T, I am most likely going to be selling. If it's a device you're interested in, you can hit me up over at Twitter. You can direct message me. You can send me over your bid for that device, what you're willing to pay for it. Now, it's all business. It's not personal. So if I don't agree with the amount that is being suggested for my OnePlus 6T, then I'm just going to say no. Of course, I'm going to be nice about that because that's just me. But when it gets into that area of selling smartphones, it's a business. It's a business transaction. It's not a personal situation. So if you're interested in the OnePlus 6T, you can go over to Twitter at Anthony131368. Direct message me. You can let me know how much you're willing to spend on that device. It's still a T-Mobile OnePlus 6T. I'm supposed to get it unlocked so it can work for AT&T, but you're only going to be able to use it for T-Mobile. So it's for T-Mobile customers waiting to get it unlocked because T-Mobile is still paying it off. Okay, I traded in one out of my two Motorola Nexus 6s. I traded that in to get that device. So they still have another, another year to quite a few payments that they are paying off the device. So it has to stay with T-Mobile, and once they unlock it, it will work for AT&T. But outside of that, you can't take it anywhere else. So that's just, so it's not going to work for any of you that are with any other carriers. So it's just something that you're interested in. It's something that I'm thinking of doing. If the price is right, it could happen. So I'm just sending that out there. Direct message me over Twitter at Anthony131368 if you're interested in it. So outside of that, I don't know. Let's see what's going on in the live stream. 392 Silver Bullet says far from rich, LOL. Me too. How much for the 6T? Hit me up over at Anthony131368. Talk about it. How much are you looking for to get? Moto Z4 was just announced, $675. 4 gig of RAM, 128 gigs of storage. Roy, thanks for coming on in. Are you sure that that's the right price? Oh, or is that the chipset, or is that the price? Because the price for the Moto Z4, a device that I'm interested in actually, is $499. They just sent me an email. I wish they would have integrated a wide-angle camera on that smartphone. Okay, that's the chip. Qualcomm Snapdragon 675. $499. Yeah, exactly. $499 for the Moto Z4, a smartphone I'm interested in. It's only gonna have one camera, right? One camera, like the Google Pixel 2 XL that I have. One camera. It better be an amazing camera. Unlocked Custom Android. Just subscribe to your channel. I really enjoy your opinion on this and a few other videos I was just watching. Hey, welcome. We got a new member to the MP13 team. It is Unlocked Custom Android. Yay. Welcome to the team. Appreciate it, man. Roy Sanchez says, however, with 4 gigs of RAM, it's not a good buy at that price. May not. Well, how much is the Google Pixel 3a XL? $479. If I'm correct, it only has 4 gigs of RAM. And there's a lot of you out there saying, man, that device is fluid. That it's buttery smooth. So $20 more. I don't know. That would be a really good challenge between the Google Pixel 3 XL and the new Moto Z4. A great comparison as far as the RAM and the storage. Hey, Don, what is up? Thanks for coming on by. Don Bra is here. That makes not sense. Of course, it's enough. And I was waiting for 392 to respond. 4 gigs of RAM, depending on the smartphone, depending on the optimization of that smartphone, can be enough. Okay? And what you're doing with that device, what you're putting into that device, how you use it, it can be enough. Okay? It may not be with certain smartphones from different companies, but depending on what smartphone it is and what company it's from, it can be enough. It can. Hey, so stoked that Don is here. Appreciate it. I was hoping that Steve from the UK would jump back in. Steve from the UK, thanks for jumping into the last live stream, even though it didn't work out because the video quality was pixelated. But started a new one. Here we are, just chit-chatting, having a conversation, all hanging out, drinking some water. Probably some of you eating some food. Maybe some of you are just getting ready to go to work. You're getting back from work. Maybe you're enjoying the day. I don't know, but we're just kicking it, right? This is what this is all about, and I'm just shooting my mouth off. Okay, so I've been doing a lot of live streams lately. Unlocked Custom Android says, I also have a YouTube channel as well. If you have time, give me a review and your opinion on how I should do future videos. Thank you. I'll go check you out, my friend, if you have time. I will find time. Robert Clark, what is up? Robert Clark has a channel as well, plays guitar, and recently just watched the video where he was playing piano. And I'm not gonna kid you, man. I was watching him and listening to him play piano, and I started to tear up. Man, it was beautiful. It was an emotional few minutes of him playing piano, and just watching the intensity on his face as he was doing it. And it just really rang well with me, and I teared up, man. That was just some beautiful playing. Check out Robert Clark's channel. As far as if you're into music, guitar, piano, he does a lot of sampling, man. He's really good, so go check it out. You got 392 Silver Bullet in here, YouTuber. Go check him out. Go check him out. Unlocked Custom Android is a YouTuber. Let's see. You guys, if you're a YouTuber, leave your links in the stream. So for those that are here that aren't YouTubers can check out your channels and subscribe to your channels and watch and support you. So yeah, leave your links. I would appreciate you do that. I respect all of you for coming on, taking time away from your personal life, your channel to watch me. That's awesome, man. Appreciate it. Oh, Redmi K20. I meant to say, yeah, I'm not going to bring that in, but it looks like it looks like what? Pretty much like the OnePlus 7 Pro, right? It's kind of right around they're pretty much similar. I don't even know if that will work here in the United States. Is there an unlocked GSM variant of that device to work here in the United States? Don Brawwell, nothing but a whimper. Motorola dropped their 20 Z4 device today. Yep. No live event is what I meant. Yeah, no live event for the Moto Z4. They're just putting it out there. Apparently, this last week, they sold one on Amazon. It got to Amazon. They had the device there, and somebody bought it and made a video, did an unboxing, and then they pulled the Z4 down really quick from Amazon. So, yeah, whoever did that, man, oops, I hope you still have your job. Oh my goodness. All right. You know what? That's it. I got to go finish my errands, my chores. Um, whew. The OnePlus 7 Pro software update. Yep. We'll see if that changes a lot of minds out there on whether they want to keep that device or not. If it fixed the areas that needed to be fixed for those out there who are having issues in certain areas, especially the cameras, not for me, but for those of you who are. So, leave some feedback once this goes up as a regular vid. You leave some feedback. Let me know your experience as far as that. And I just hope OnePlus continues to take care of the OnePlus 7 Pro in the areas that it needs to be taken care of. So outside of that, thank you for the conversation. Thank you for the news team. I should say subscribers to the team. And for you YouTubers that came on in, appreciate your time. It's always good just to come on and just shoot it with all of you. Just throw it out there. And I know that I make some mistakes while getting out all the information, but I think you get the gist of what I'm saying through these live streams. I just get really excited and I just start going, and I'm just hoping you catch a little bit of something here and there, and it helps explain where I'm at with and whatever it is I'm talking about, and that's what's important. So and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. So all right, conversation going on within the stream. All right, man. God bless. Peace. It's good to be here. I'll be back again probably next week. I'll try to get back to a live stream. The live stream is Journey into Tech. That is the live stream name. Just like I am my Project 13, you are my Project 13. Without you, it just doesn't happen. So do me a favor and send this out to your social media, whether that's through your YouTube channel, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. Get my Project 13 out there. There could be something that I could give somebody else out there that needs a little help with whatever it is they need help with when it comes to this type of tech. Okay? So that's it. Appreciate all of you. God bless. Have a great day. Peace. I am out. I'm going to play some music. Yeah.